Kayce Dutton spinoff guarantees that one notable aspect of Yellowstone will continue. Kayce Dutton's Yellowstone spinoff guarantees a core aspect of the original will continue in Luke Grimes' offshoot. Taylor Sheridan's flagship neo-Western drama ended in December 2024 with the events of Yellowstone Season 5. The outing saw the death of Kayce's father, John Dutton IA, Kevin Costner, who was killed over his actions to halt the airport and development complex that Market Equities intended to build on the governor's ranch in the Paradise Valley. Despite Yellowstone's ending, Kayce's story will continue in a spinoff. By selling the Dutton Ranch at the end of Yellowstone Season 5, Kayce preserved his father's dream of keeping their family's heirloom whole. The property had been in the Dutton family tree for over a century, but Kayce sold it to Thomas Rainwater, Gil Birmingham, and the Broken Rock tribe to protect it. With a difficult decision, Kayce honored his ancestors' wish to keep the Yellowstone Ranch intact, despite passing on its stewardship. In Dutton's spinoff, a procedural on CBS, Kayce will maintain another key aspect of the family legacy. Contrasting his liberating decision to quit the Livestock Commission in Yellowstone Season 5 finale, Kayce will return to the line of fire. CBS description confirmed Kayce's Yellowstone spinoff, called Law. Marshals will have a law enforcement focus. With the Yellowstone Ranch behind him, Dutton joins an elite unit of U.S. Marshals, combining his skills as a cowboy and Navy SEAL to bring range justice to Montana, where he and his teammates must balance family, duty, and the high psychological cost that comes with serving as the last line of defense in the region's war on violence. The logline verifies that, despite Kayce leaving the office of Livestock Commissioner, Dutton will continue to combine his experience as a Navy SEAL and a rancher to seek justice against violence surrounding cattle and land in Montana. The description of Marshals fits the news that Kayce Dutton's new Yellowstone spinoff will be a first for the franchise as a procedural for CBS. Notwithstanding allegedly wanting to put danger behind him, brutality will undoubtedly surround Kayce in the spinoff, with a note that psychological cost comes with his role in the region's war on violence. While Kayce being back on an elite team makes sense, the development also causes some pause, since Kayce Dutton hated violence on the Yellowstone Ranch more than anyone. When John Dutton finally convinced Kayce to take over the ranch's operations for a brief time, Kayce Dutton was determined to run the ranch differently than his father and the ranch's foreman, Rip Wheeler, Colhauser, who resorted to violent tendencies to keep the business in check. When tasked with the same obstacles as his predecessors, Kayce found peaceful solutions, such as saving Walker, Ryan Bingham, from the train station. In the end, Kayce's shift away from violence is what saves him and his sister, Beth Kelly Riley, from the hostility that comes with protecting the family's land. By selling the Yellowstone Ranch to the Broken Rock tribe, Kayce Dutton fulfilled Taylor Sheridan's Yellowstone prophecy, spelled out in 1883, relinquishing the land to the Native Americans like his ancestor, James Dutton, Tim McGraw, promised. With the decision, Kayce opted to free himself from the task of protecting the ranch, but he would be right back in the thick of danger in his new career. Yellowstone established that Kayce would be thrust into threatening situations not of his choosing, regardless of his allegiance. Perhaps his Marshall's work will be better for Kayce, since he presumably opts into the role and can protect all of Montana with a badge to support his cause, ideally bringing his keen morality to the role. Regardless, it sounds like Kayce's job will continue to test his connection to Monica, Kelsey Asbell, like it did in Yellowstone. The show's description notes he and his teammates must balance family with a high-stakes work that will comprise the meat of Kayce's new show. When Yellowstone eventually fades into television history, one of its most enduring legacies won't be the sprawling ranch drama or the steely monologues from John Dutton. Instead, it will be something far more elemental, in essence the show bottled perfectly. The raw, untamed beauty of the American West. With the announcement of a Kayce Dutton spin-off, it's now clear that Yellowstone's most notable aspect, the mythology of the modern cowboy, will ride on. Kayce Dutton has always been a compelling anomaly. A former Navy SEAL, rancher, father and reluctant heir to the Dutton dynasty, he is a man suspended between two worlds. While Rip is loyal muscle and Jamie is political strategy, Kayce is the heart, the most emotionally complex Dutton, battling external enemies and inner demons alike. And now, with his own series reportedly in development, the next chapter will give fans a deeper dive into the character who most authentically embodies the show's spiritual core. But why Kayce? The answer lies in what Yellowstone has always done best. It captures the mythos of the modern cowboy. Through grit, silence, loyalty, and wide-open spaces, the cowboy represents freedom. Often bloody, rarely easy, but undeniably American. Kayce walks this line better than any character. He's not shackled by the trappings of corporate ranching like his father, nor as tainted by corruption as Jamie. He's always been the Dutton most closely aligned with the land and the people on it. Taylor Sheridan, the mastermind behind Yellowstone, knows that the secret sauce isn't just cowboy hats and barbed wire. It's the values that underpin them: resilience, redemption, and reverence for the frontier. With Kayce stepping into a lead role, the franchise guarantees that these themes will continue to breathe. Visually, fans can expect the same cinematic treatment that has defined Yellowstone. Rolling mountains, galloping horses at dawn, fireside conversations under starlit skies. It's not just setting, it's atmosphere. The American West in Yellowstone isn't just a backdrop, it's a character. And in Kayce's story, that character is still very much alive, howling through the wind. Moreover, Kayce's indigenous connections, through his wife Monica and their son Tate, add a layer of cultural complexity that the spin-off can now explore more deeply. Yellowstone has often flirted with the uneasy intersections of Native American sovereignty, tradition, and modern encroachment. With Kayce as the central character, the spin-off has the opportunity to honor those narratives with even more respect and depth, while highlighting the identity struggle that defines so much of his inner conflict. It also sets the stage for new types of conflicts. Kayce has always been the Dutton most willing to walk away from power. But in a spin-off, will he be able to? Or will the demands of protecting his family and heritage drag him back into the fray? That tension between staying true to one's values and compromising to survive is the hallmark of the cowboy mythos. And there's no better lens for that than Kayce. And then there's the land. In Yellowstone, the land is not just owned or inherited. It is worshipped, defended, and fought over. Kayce's spin-off will almost certainly continue this sacred conflict. Whether it's a new fight over water rights, a pipeline threatening native land, or a corporate rancher trying to edge him out, the land will remain central. Because if Yellowstone was about who owns the land, Kayce's story will be about who belongs to it. Let's not forget the horses, either. One of the most underrated yet consistently powerful aspects of Yellowstone has been its authentic treatment of horsemanship. Long tracking shots of riders cutting cattle or breaking mustangs have elevated the series from mere Western soap opera to something near poetic. Kayce, whose bond with horses is as natural as his silences, can carry that visual language forward. If the spin-off embraces it, it will retain the soul of the parent series.